Hello, Rayquazers! So, got a UU match here for you guys against Jack 3. Yeah. So, it should be a fairly interesting match. My team is total BS. Just gonna say that. Because, like, I saw it on Smogan. I'm like, this doesn't look like the most stable team. Oh well, let's use it anyway, because I need to make a UU team fast. So, I stole somebody's idea. I'm sorry, guys. I'm an idea thief. Oh well. And his team is full of all those UU threats, so this should be very interesting. And let's hope I don't get killed too much. So, he's going to lead off with Raikou, and I'm going to lead off with my Rotom Heat. We actually had to try this battle twice the day before, because Wi-Fi was being weird and stuff. And so this is actually a rematch of our battles since we never finished them. So he's going to predict me to either go for the Volt Switch or something. So he went into Darmanitan. I actually wanted to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and then he's going to U-turn. I decided to stay in just to risk it, because I didn't really want anything to take a hit from Darmanitan. And then he's going to switch into Swampert, expecting a Volt Switch this turn, which isn't good. And then I'm going to switch into Xatu, and he's going to go for the Roar, and then I'm going to bounce that Roar back. Except it puts him into Raikou, which is not favorable for me. So I'm going to go into my Lantern just because it's probably the best thing to take any sort of hit from this Raikou. Except, holy crap, that did a lot. But I'm more physically defensive than specially defensive with this Lantern, so that might explain it a little bit. And so I'm going to switch out into my Pika Blue and go for the Waterfall, and it does a ton of damage. He's just going to roar me out, though. He actually ends up roaring me into Xatu, which is interesting, kind of funny. I go for the Psychic just to see how much it would do, and actually it does a fairly decent amount, but look how much this Waterfall does. That was way too much. Definitely don't want to be staying in, because now I'm going to be stuck into roosting too much, and so I'm going to go for the U-turn to get out of there, and go into my Pika Blue, and he's going to go for the Waterfall again. And I'm guessing right here, he actually, you know, predicted that I might stay in and just go ahead and KO him. So he's going to go put up the Stealth Rocks, which sucks because like half my team is weak to Stealth Rocks, so this isn't a good thing right now. And I go for the Waterfall and get a crit. Crit doesn't matter though. Now he's going to bring in his Cosmic Virizion. I'm going to bring in my Cosmic Xatu. And basically he's going to predict this switch in and go for the Stone Edge. It's okay. I needed some sort of death fodder anyway, so I was kind of happy with that. And then I'm going to bring in Cosmic Yanmega just because, yeah, I can do stuff. I'm going to protect here in case, you know, he wanted to stay in, because he's going to outspeed me for one turn, and so I don't really want to take too much damage. I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz. He is carrying the Gyro Ball. Kind of sucks. Yanmega didn't get to do as much work as previous matches that we had together, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's all good. So now I'm going to bring in Rotom Heat, and he's going to switch out here into Raikou as I go for the Pain Split just to get some health back. And it actually gets a nice chunk of health back. That kind of makes me happy. I'm going to go ahead and stay in just because, you know, I kind of want to maybe Will-O-Wisp possibly. I'm not entirely sure. Volt Switch also works as well. And he gets the Shadow Ball. Gets a special defense drop. Of course it doesn't matter because I brought in Zoomerl on the Switch, so my stats are reset. And now he's going to bring in Virizion. I probably honestly should have predicted this, but I didn't, so I go for the Aqua Jet, which is going to completely suck, because now this Virizion's going to get a free turn setup, and I'm at the point where I'm going to have to sack something just to bring something in to take out this Virizion, or threaten it out at least, since I lost my Yanmega, which was my main check to Virizion. And so he's just going to outright KO Lantern. So that's not exactly my favorite thing right there, especially since it's my cleric of the match, so if he has Toxic or Burn or anything, now I'm kind of screwed. So I figured, you know, Hitmonlee's going to be best, and I honestly probably should have predicted the Mismagius switch in, but I thought maybe he might try out predicting. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. I managed to hit, which is great, and that does massive damage, so that'd be a 2-hit KO. The bad thing is, he can 2-hit KO me, so that's not favorable. So I'm going to switch out, and he knows I'm going to have to switch out, but I'm guessing he probably didn't predict me switching out into this Rotom Heat. And here's the first of 2 game-changing hacks in this battle, so I'm going to go for the Pain Split. as he's going to go for the Toxic and miss, which is great for me because that means I can use Rotom as death fodder now later on in the match. That's pretty great. So I'm going to go for the Overheat, and even like with not that much special attack investment, I'm surprised this Overheat actually OHKOs the Bronze Zone. It was a pleasant surprise, to say the least. Now he's going to bring in Raikou, and he's going to go for the Shadow Ball and get the special defense drop again, but that's okay because I'm Volt switching because I want to save my Hitmonlee as death fodder, because, you know, I do. Now I'm going to bring in Pika-Blue, and basically he's going to go for the Shadow Ball, and I barely live this, like with 52. But I thought maybe he was going to try some sneaky switching shenanigans and go into Virizion, so I went for the Ice Punch, which sucks because now Virizion's going to take out my Pika-Blue, which is sad. I like Pika-Blue. Pika-Blue's great. And now I'm going to bring in Jackie Chan and threaten him with the potential Fake Out. And then I'm going to go for the Stone Edge and manage to hit it. If that had missed, I would have been terribly angry because that means this match would have not been as close as I wanted it to. So he knows I'm going to have to switch because I don't outspeed. And actually, I'm a little bit surprised he just goes for this straight Leaf Blade. Maybe he thought I wouldn't switch because I was predicting him to switch or something, but that's not the case. And now, for my last Pokemon, the Shining Jackie Chan. Gonna go for the Fake Out, which is, of course, going to activate Unburn. That does enough damage. I go for High Jump Kick right here, and it's going to hit, fortunately, because if it had missed, I would have been dead, and that would have been a sad story. Now he's going to bring Darmanitan, and I'm like, okay, this is easy. Stone Edge for the win. I miss. That means that's the second of game-changing hacks right there, which is okay, because, you know, he missed the Toxic, so it's kind of fair, since the battle was his at that point until he missed the Toxic, so it's good. It's all good, guys. But I'm surprised that team actually held up so well, even with Stealth Rocks in play. That kind of impressed me a little bit. So that's great. Kind of sad I missed the Stone Edge. Honestly, I probably could have gone for a High Jump Kick and been okay, because, you know, Hitmonlee has great High Jump Kick stuff. Like, High Jump Kick has a high base power and then stab, so I probably should have gone for that, but I didn't. Hope you guys enjoyed this UU match. Hope you enjoyed the background, and see you guys later.